everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is yaBellyy if you haven't watched me before, and today we're gonna make Mexican red rice, which is just a tomato sauce based rice. Everybody has their own recipe for the tomato sauce. My mom likes to make it completely from scratch, so when I do it from scratch, I bug her and I just ask her to remind me what the ratios are. Today I'm actually in Mexico. I'm in Guadalajara visiting my boyfriend who currently studies abroad, and we kind of did a thing, and we got, let me show you, we got a pup. She's actually gonna stay here with him. We have a pup back in the States. His name is Jax, and this is Frida. So she's little, she's a training in progress. But today we are gonna make that red rice. I'm actually gonna meal prep it for my boyfriend so that he has it once I leave, since I am sadly leaving tomorrow. That's also why I have this really cool background that they have here in their place. It is a traditional red rice. You typically see it when you go to a Mexican restaurant. It's without a doubt a staple at any family function or party or big celebration, aside from beans. So if you really like red rice and you've always wondered how to make it, then I will be showing you. So let's get started.
First thing we're going to do today is coat the bottom of our sided pan or a pot like I used here with some olive oil. It only takes about 2 tablespoons, so I just spread it out on the bottom of the pan, and then I wait for it to heat up, and then I go ahead and add my rice. Rice is a 2-to-1 ratio to cook, so 2 cups of liquid to 1 cup of rice. My boyfriend actually only had brown rice, which takes basically double the amount of time that white rice takes. The original recipe is white rice, that's why I labeled it here with white, but if you do want to do brown rice, just be aware that it'll take about 40 minutes to cook down instead of 20 minutes. Something not shown is that I actually had cut up onions already. They were just sliced, and I just used about 1/4 of a white onion to flavor the oil and the rice as it cooks. And what you're looking for when you are stirring the rice is for a color change. So for white rice, it'll go from a clear color to a darker white color. So here I added a little bit more onion to my rice and oil, and I'm also making sure that I'm constantly stirring. If you let the rice sit for too long, then it starts getting burned, and then you get a really extra toasty taste. Now that the rice has gone from a translucent brown to a more white color, as I'm going to show you here in this next frame, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add the tomato sauce in. It is 8 ounces of tomato sauce, and then you're going to add an additional cup of water, and you're going to stir the tomato sauce and the water so that it distributes evenly, and then you're not going to stir it all. That's one thing that my grandma and my mom never let me do, is you never get to stir the rice as it is simmering with the tomato sauce. And the reason mom and grandma actually have the no stir rule is because it makes your rice really, really mushy if you stir it while it is simmering. While my rice is simmering, I'm going to multitask, and I'm going to cut up a carrot into small pieces and a zucchini. You can go ahead and add corn, or you can add peas, you can add whatever kinds of vegetables that you like to add to your foods. It's just a really good way of upping the nutritional value of rice. Otherwise, it's just plain rice, which is fine if you have more vegetables on the side, but I didn't in this case, so I wanted to make sure that I made it as nutritionally beneficial as I could. Once you are done cutting up your veggies, you're just going to set them aside. You won't add them until the end when your rice is closer to being fully cooked, because all you need is a few minutes of steaming and your carrots and your zucchini will be fully cooked through. And then here I'm just showing you how small I cut mine up. You can cut yours up bigger or smaller due to your preferences. I just like smaller bites so that they're easy to fork into your mouth along with the rice. And the most important thing to do is to always check up on your rice, probably every 5 minutes. Just make sure that there's always enough water, otherwise your rice will stick and burn to the bottom of your pan and then it's no good. So I just add about half a cup of water every time I see that the water is evaporating. I just cover it, I wait for the water to evaporate, and then I add more if needed, and I stop once I see that my rice is fully fluffy. You can even take out a piece of the rice and chew on it, make sure it's fluffy enough for your liking, and add some salt, and then we're getting pretty close to adding our vegetables. So my rice is a lot closer to being done now, so I'm going to add in my vegetables. I will show you what the rice looked like right when I added them. On the bottom right corner, you'll see some of the rice is still on the white side. So when I cover the vegetables and the rice, it should only take about 5 to 7 minutes to get that rice fluffy and opened up, and that should do it. So here is the finished beauty, and I hope that you enjoy.
That is it for the red rice. It's really simple. It takes probably like 20 to 30 minutes if you're just doing that, and it's delicious. So I usually make a big old batch of it and then I just add it as a side onto my meals throughout the week, and it saves me a lot of prep time. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe down below. Please leave a comment suggesting what kind of foods you would like to see, if there's a specific dish that you want me to do, and I really appreciate you. Bye.